Hello and welcome to Everyone Deserves a Home, a program sponsored by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. I am Aisha Muhammad Ahmed and it's a pleasure to have you join us. As Nigeria continues to grapple with housing challenges, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is at the forefront of driving affordable home ownership through reforms, strategic initiatives and impactful collaboration. On today's edition, we'll take a look at planning and execution processes at the FMBN, examining how strategy is being translated into actions and measurable results across the bank. Also coming up is our news diary, building block and dream come true segment. Let's stay tuned for details of these and more after the break as the program progresses fully. Welcome back. We begin with highlights from the diary of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. In the news, FMBN champions women's inclusion in housing finance at Africa Women Housing and Construction Conference 2026. And federal government moves to ease rent burden with new housing interventions. Details coming up shortly after the break. The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has reaffirmed its commitment to advancing women's participation in housing finance at the Africa Women in Housing and Construction Conference and Business Expo held at the Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Center in Abuja. The two-day conference titled Work, Wealth and Worth, Redefining Work, Building Wealth and Elevating Worth, brought together key stakeholders across the built environment to explore opportunities for inclusion, empowerment and sustainable growth.
The keynote address is delivered on behalf of
Delivering a keynote address, the Managing Director of FMBN, Shehu Usman Osidi, represented by the Group Head, Corporate Communications, Jade Shola, emphasized the importance of inclusive housing finance and reiterated the bank's continued support for women through targeted partnerships and initiatives.
At the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, we see housing finance as a tool for economic empowerment. Building wealth for women require deliberate policies that expand access to affordable mortgages, housing supply financing, and cooperative-based ownership models. The bank remains open to collaboration and partnership that will improve business, social, and home ownership aspiration of the women folk. This may be, but are not limited to, opportunities to creating financial models, promote regulatory reforms, and drive institutional partnership to lower barrier and expand opportunity for women.
There were goodwill messages from stakeholders, including the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, REDAN, highlighting the growing role of women in shaping the housing sector and promoting inclusive growth.
Today, women are making remarkable contribution across the housing value chain, from architecture to engineering, architectural and engineering to real estate development, project management, housing finance, policy advocacy. Female developers are delivering housing projects, managing complex estates, leading sustainable initiatives that align with the global best practices.
The conference also featured a panel session focused on improving mortgage access for women and first-time home owners, where representatives of the bank provided practical guidance on navigating the mortgage process.
The step that you have to take through the Federal Mortgage Bank, first and foremost, you need to get registered. You have to register. You can come to our office. We have offices through the Federation, all the 36 states we have, and even the FCT too. We have offices there. You can walk in there and get registered.
The federal government has introduced new housing measures aimed at addressing the growing rent crisis in Nigeria. Speaking in Abuja, the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dengiwa, described the situation as a major concern affecting urban workers and young families. The minister revealed that through the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, the government is implementing practical solutions, including the rent-to-own scheme, which allows eligible Nigerians to move into homes while making monthly payment towards home ownership. He also introduced the rental assistance product designed to help individuals pay rent upfront with flexible repayment options. According to him, these interventions are part of the broader Renewed Hope Housing Program and have attracted over 70 billion naira investment in the areas of large-scale housing development and urban renewal initiatives nationwide.
To provide affordable housing finance to Nigerian workers.
Our focus is on ensuring the financial sustainability of this bank.
We have been developing other products in order to reach the masses.
Strategic partnership is at the core of our business.
We have touched over 14 million lives.
Opening or trying new frontiers that still...
Every Nigerian deserves a home, and we will keep striving.
We are very strategic in the Renewed Hope agenda of Mr. President.
FMBN, everyone deserves a home.
You're still watching Everyone Deserves a Home. In our Building Blocks segment today, we are focusing on strategy, why it matters, what lies ahead, and how the Strategy and Performance Management Group ensures that plans are not just documented, but effectively delivered. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.
Nigeria's housing deficit remains a significant challenge, leaving millions without access to decent and affordable homes. This gap continues to exert pressure on available housing and shows the need for better and well-planned solution. For the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, addressing this challenge goes beyond financing to strategic planning, effective system, and performance management framework.
They say if you fail to plan, you are already planning to fail. And as an institution, we never plan to fail. So that's why we have a strategy plan. But beyond just the thinking of having a strategy plan as well, a strategy plan helps you to plan your immediate to medium-term future. So you're looking at yourself in the next 5 years, where do I want to be? In the next 3 years, where do I want to be? And some institutions have as long as 10-year plans. Although the issue is that the longer the timeline, the more disruptive changes can come because things change very well. When we are planning our strategy in 2020, in 2019, nobody envisaged that by March 2020 you have full-blown COVID, and then market dynamics will have changed, the nature of the workplace will have changed. Things moved a little bit remote and all of that. So the challenge is, how do you foresee the foreseeable future and make your best plans within what you can see?
Beyond systems and structures, effective strategy execution depends on collaboration. This group works closely with operational units, aligning priorities and ensuring proper execution.
As much as we have a strategy blueprint to implement, and as much as we are the strategy and performance management group, the irony, or the reality rather, is that everybody else is part of the process of strategy implementation. So it's not a strategy group thing, but it is everybody's thing. So whether whichever group in the bank or department in the bank you belong to, whether you're in the head office or in the field office, whether you're a general manager or you're a clerk, it really doesn't matter. We are all involved in strategy implementation.
Regular strategy sessions are also held to address critical issues, including expanding mortgage access for the informal sector.
So we've had sessions in which we deliberated on such things. How do we achieve this? How do we carry out this? How do we generate new ideas, for instance? And one of those key issues that I would like to highlight has been the focus on the informal sector. We had some reports that have helped us to look at the informal sector, but then when we brought the reports in-house, we subjected it to the strategy project management, and a lot of very brilliant ideas came about through that process. And actually from those strategy sessions we had, and the outcomes of those strategies, that is what we are exactly working on now to see how we can integrate the informal sector.
At the core of the bank's direction is the 7-point agenda of the present management, aligned with the bank's 5-year strategic blueprint.
When the new management came on board February 2024, they came in with their key priorities as a management, basically looking at the areas they wanted to focus in. One of the exciting things for us in the strategy group was the fact that there was a complete alignment with what we had in the strategy blueprint already running since year 2022. So there was a clear handshake between what we had as a strategy and what the key management priorities were.
To aid the realization of the 7-point agenda, the bank has a 5-year strategic blueprint for 2022 to 2026, which comprises deepening mortgage penetration, grow and diversify funding mix, improving brand and customer experience, integrating the informal sector, enhancing operational efficiency, transforming organizational culture. So far, this implementation has recorded notable progress in key areas, including efficiency, loan recovery, service delivery, and institutional performance.
We see that results in improved profitability for the bank. We see that reflects in the amount of collections we've done annually. In the year 2025, we had the highest annual collection of the National Housing Fund so far. We've seen that being reflected in our improved turnaround time. We've seen that reflect in the improved performances in our deliverables. So we're talking about the number of houses, talking about the number of loans, talking about the number of refundees that have gotten their NHI contributions over the years. All those are parameters that have shown that not only has there been a significant handshake or alignment between the strategy blueprint and management's key priorities as well, but then that all of these coming on board are working.
Looking ahead 2026 and beyond, the bank is focused on developing a more adaptive and forward-looking strategy, prioritizing sustainability, innovation, and broader inclusion.
For 2026, we hope to improve on those things we have done in the past. Management has on top of its front burner the introduction of new products, and this is very, very exciting to us because those products are going to basically shift the market. We're looking at the diaspora market. We're looking at the non-interest market, and we're looking at the informal sector. And these are huge markets. And what that means is that we are able to spread our coverage and deliver our products and services to more Nigerians, particularly those at the low to medium income who actually need affordable housing in Nigeria. So that's exciting for us. Secondly, we wish to improve on our deliverables and meeting the expectations of our customers. And that will mean, of course, we have more people subscribing to the National Housing Fund. We have more people looking in the direction of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria for the solutions to their housing finance needs.
With a clear vision and renewed focus, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria continues to advance its mandate of making home ownership a reality for Nigerians.
We wish to appreciate Nigerians who are contributors to the National Housing Fund. We thank them for their patronage. We thank them for their confidence in the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria and their consistency in contributing to the National Housing Fund. We will assure them that we are constantly looking at ways in which we'll improve service delivery for them. If they are experiencing any hitches presently, let them just bear with us. We are constantly working on how we can improve, and we are very hopeful things will change very fast, very quickly. So they should retain their confidence in us, and we'll continue to work with them to deliver our president's mandate for affordable housing delivery for Nigerians.
We are Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, your trusted partner in making home ownership aspiration a reality.
From savings to holding your keys in your hands, our products are designed to make owning a home easier, faster, and more affordable.
The National Housing Fund Mortgage Loan gives you low-interest financing to buy your dream home.
The home renovation loan helps you upgrade your space without stress.
And with rent-to-own, you can move into your home first and pay over time.
We also offer the cooperative housing development loan, bringing groups together to build communities.
With our individual construction loan, you can build at your pace on your land.
Our rent assistance loan assists you to pay your rent without stress.
Nigerians abroad can invest back home with our NHF Diaspora Mortgage Loan.
Plus, our non-interest loan for Nigerians with preference for such financing model.
To access any of our products, can you log on to www.ibank.com or visit any of our branches nationwide? We are also very active on all our social media platforms. In FMBN, customer centricity is our topmost priority.
Welcome back. Up next is our Dream Come True segment, where we spotlight the story of a National Housing Fund scheme whose journey to home ownership reflects the impact of FMBN's intervention. Stay with us.
I find that it's working.
It's something fantastic. It's great.
It's very easy to access.
It's flexible.
The mortgage is really.
I call myself a landlord.
I'm a happy homeowner.
It's a dream come true. On the click of a button, you can access our facilities.
Engineer Olajide Olashinde is neither working in the formal sector, nor is he a contributor to the National Housing Fund scheme. He was, however, able to secure a home for his family in collaboration with his wife, Rashida Lawal, who is a contributor to the NHF and works with the Hospital Management Board.
I will tell you that I'm not the bona fide really, because I doesn't work with any federal, I'm not a civil servant. So it was my wife that I used his name because he worked with hospital management.
Engineer Olajide and his wife secured a 3-bedroom semi-detached flat at the cost of 10.5 million naira only, under the rent-to-own arrangement of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. To them, the process of getting the house was not cumbersome.
We started by going to the bank, that's Federal Mortgage Bank, and collected form. We are issued form. We filled the form, and after filling the form, so we are being told that we should wait until when they start allocating the houses. The developer give us his own form that we have to fill. It's an acceptance that we will collect the house, which he charges 60, I cannot remember now for now, but either 60 or 50,000, which we pay to him. So after when the whole thing, we are being allocated the house.
Engineer Olajide says he first got informed about the product through a radio advert sponsored by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, after which he made further inquiries. He added that mortgage remains the only medium through which low-income earners' dream of home ownership can be achieved.
Really, it's a very nice idea, and when we talk about the housing loan scheme, at least it makes the low-income people to own houses, which is a very nice idea from the federal government.
Engineer Olajide was quite excited with his new status as a landlord. He said the feeling cannot be well described.
Yeah, it's a very good, very excitement, as you have said. You know, being a tenant and come to hold the house now. In fact, it's a very, 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 very okay, and we are happy. I'm happy to be a house owner now. You know,
I'm a Yoruba man. In a Yoruba, it is used to say that if, no matter who you are, if you never hold a house, that means you never hold a shelter and cover you, you have not become a man yet. Do you understand? So it's a very good, nice thing. I'm very happy to be an owner of the house now.
Happy homeowner Engineer Olajide has advised more Nigerians from both formal and informal sector to explore more opportunities at the FMBN in order to emancipate themselves from being tenants to house owners.
Who are some of the partners of the FMBN that help it provide affordable houses?
Federal Mortgage Bank, we've been talking with developers, for instance. Now, we give loans to developers to construct affordable houses for Nigerians, to access. We also partner with cooperatives. So we lend to them to build, so they are able to now give these houses at affordable prices to their members. We're also in contact with Labour Congress, Labour Union, TLC, NECA, and all of those. We help them to build. That way our loan crashes the price. And remember our mandate, accessible and affordable. Once we're able to do that, the loans are affordable for the Nigerian people to access.
And that is where we draw our curtain on today's edition. Join us again next week, same time, same station, for more updates and activities of the bank. For more information, visit our website at www.fmbn.gov.ng or walk to any of our branch offices nationwide. You can also keep track of your NHF contributions by dialing *219# or log on to ibank.fmbn.gov.ng to register. I am Aisha Muhammad Ahmed. See you next week.